Ladies and gentlemen, what I have discovered will put Einstein's general relativity theory and Newton's second law of motion to absolute shame, as I have answered the question that people have been wanting an answer to for generations. What happens when two Cannonrushers meet on the ladder? Over the years, many great StarCraft minds have tried answering this question, and today I bring you not one, not two, but 3 games of the highest level Cannonrusher versus Cannonrusher gameplay. We have Buanan in the top right as our red Protoss player, and Printf in the bottom left as our blue Protoss. Now, these players are my personal hero, okay? To me, this is the equivalent of Bob Dylan and Alex Turner and Tom Petty writing a song together and performing it in my bedroom. Printf sent me these replays himself. The master himself took some time out of his day to send me these Cannon Rush versus Cannon Rush replays, and both players are opening up with a Forge first, because apparently there's a code of honor between Cannon Rushers that when they fight each other, they fairly often actually do end up going for Cannon Rushes. And Printf even goes further. His personal code of honor says that he cannot ever expand. He can build a nexus, but he can't expand. He can't mine from a second base. He is a committed one-base player, the most committed one-base player that has ever touched StarCraft 2. As both players here opening up with one defensive cannon here coming out of Printf. We also have a triple pylon wall that is rapidly being taken out here by the probes of Banan. We see a lot of probe movement over here. This cannon is going to go up, but this is a safety cannon. I think it will provide enough safety here. Can probably attack 2 pylons. Should be capable of clearing at least one of these probes if they try to run by. They move at the same time. Oh, Banana's actually going to kind of move it around, reroute it at the same time in the main base here of our red Protoss player. We have another pylon going up for Printf. Worker count is 19 in favor of our American Protoss, which is Printf, obviously over here. Cannon is going to get cancelled. Miscalculation there on the side of our red Protoss player. Is going to lose this pylon. Still has 2 cannons going up here on the bottom side of things. 1 probe is still alive for Printf. Uses some hold position or stop moving. Now builds a nexus over here. And I said he doesn't expand, but if he believes he's about to lose a base, he does allow himself to take a new base. He'll only go for 1 base economy. Builds a gateway on the other side of the map as well, as he saw a gateway coming out of our good friend Banan 2. Chasing each other with probes. This does seem to be the end of at least 3 mining patches here on Printf's side of things. It's going to add another cannon in. I don't think Banan will allow this. There's 150 minerals in the bank though for Printf. Perhaps he can sneak in. Perhaps he can sneak in a bit of a wall, but no, Banan is just going to pull some workers. And that should seal the deal here. Banan in, honestly, a very leading position right now. Is already recannoning the low ground as well. Aware of the fact that there is a nexus going up right now. We have this cannon actually getting cancelled. Very big play. This is kind of what I had expected. This is what I imagined when you think of 2 Cannon Rushers meeting. Two hardcore Cannon Rushers. These are not jokers that, you know, that take on Cannon Rushing as an aesthetic. You know, this is not a phase for them, okay? They've been in this phase for, I think, Printf for 14 years right now. He's been doing this for a very, very long time. You know, these kids that dress up in all black and listen to like these, you know, they listen to Linkin Park and they cry a bunch in high school and boom, they hit 18 to go to university. All of a sudden they're wearing flowery dresses. No, Printf is still listening to Linkin Park. He's still, I bet they listen to it, like Within Temptation as well. He loves that stuff. Bam, still cannoning here, baby. Get that second cannon up. Nice. Wait, what the hell are the probes doing here? Pulled the boys. Pulled the boys. Low ground has been compromised. We're going for a full-on base trade. Yeah, that is a full-on base trade. I think this gateway needs to be cancelled. But I could be wrong about that. Maybe it can... Like, if you cancel this, you have enough for a nexus. But he already has enough for a nexus. He's probably going to build it, yep, right over here. Has a cannon. Cancels the gateway indeed. We have an aggressive cannon out of Printf. Banan is now going to try to fight that. But we have triple zealots here, which is helping Printf quite a bit. He has more units. There's actually no units on the side of Banan. This is starting to look pretty bad here right now for the red Protoss player. And despite losing the main base and having the natural base under heavy attack, to me, it feels like this still is pretty okay here. Oh my god, he bossed it in once again with a gate. Because the best thing Printf can get is a draw if this cannon remains. So this cannon is extremely important here. I don't think Banaan is quite realizing that right now. Banaan is building a Zealot. He's trying to chrono it out. There are 2 Zealots. Now, how many Zealots do we have? Okay, we have 2 Zealots. One of them extremely low. Could probably try and snipe that with these probes right now. That's what I would want to do. I would want to try and snipe one of these Zealots. Because if there's only 1 Zealot remaining, we get a cannon up. Or we get a little bit of mining out of this. He cancels the Nexus. He cancels Nexus, kills a Zealot. Okay, that was some poor micro here. We have our next Zealot perhaps on the way. It's 11 workers on the side of Banaan versus 14 workers on the side of Printf, but perhaps another Zealot's going to come out. Cannon on the way as well in the mineral line. Does Printf realize that? He does see it. He's going to have to walk there right now. There is cash for another cannon, by the way. 1 more cannon is available. Zealot is going to get surrounded. Could we maybe wall in this cannon somehow with 2 probes? That would be a huge deal. That would actually be a huge deal. At the same time, this cannon has already been stopped. So mining on this natural base of Printf can now continue. This cannon is not necessarily a free win anymore. The Zealot is going to die, doesn't kill anything, but we have 12 workers against 18. Sorry, 12 workers against 8. There's a cannon going up. I think Banaan is actually dead. Yes, he has a cannon that keeps him safe, and he has a little bit more cash in the bank, but he has no production. He's desperately trying to get... Oh, he's going to send in another cannon. This would work. This could absolutely work. I don't think Printf has enough money to break this. Or enough power to break this. So if a single cannon goes up here, that's the end of this mining. And then Banaan is going to be capable of mining himself. Printf is going to respond by getting his own cannon, which will then in return kill this Nexus. There's no production left for Banaan. I just don't quite know what he will do. So these patches can't mine anymore. This won't mine anymore. So if you're Printf, you want a long distance mine from this base, right? That would be the play. Long distance mining from that base. So you get some... Oh, you can actually do that. This cannon is not in range of the Nexus. So long distance mining is just going to win here. This cannon taking out this Nexus eventually means that long distance mining can secure extra Zealots. It can secure an extra base if necessary. It doesn't really matter because there's infinite time. It is Banaan who is now on a timer. And as a result, Printf is going to take this honestly well-deserved and hard-fought victory, I think. A couple more probes going down. Cybernetic score is under attack as well. We have 300 minerals in the bank for Banaan. Banaan, ooh, could still opt for a draw. Could he? I think he's going to try to sneak out of here because he has 400 minerals. I was thinking, what if he builds like double cannons? But by the time these double cannons, you know, kind of finish up, I think Printf can already have an alternative Nexus. It wouldn't surprise me if there's already one queued up. We see a little bit of scouting going around right now, afraid of a potential proxy Nexus. Printf is continuing to build more and more Zealots. He has 4 Zealots out in total right now. This thing is just going to end up dying. There's no reason to send them in. I don't know what these 3 bad boys are doing. Maybe they're protecting the probe line. We are going to have, well, nothing really over here. I don't quite understand what the purpose is of this. I really think Printf, rather than adding in more Zealot, should focus on getting a Nexus out ASAP. I think that is going to be absolutely key. Still a bit of cash in the bank here, by the way, for Banaan. Really wanted to get this Nexus down and then a defensive cannon, because he has been outmining his opponent. Maybe that could have been possible. But now I don't think it will be anymore, because now he's going to be A, down in mining, and B, he won't have a Nexus. And C, there's also 4 Zealots. I think the 4 Zealots should have been pretty much the end of everything here already. Could perhaps take 1 or 2 workers out while they try to transfer, but they're transferring to a base that doesn't exist yet. So far, really only transitioning into the natural. One more thing that could happen here, by the way, is extra cannons going down here. There's not enough money for a Nexus currently. Oh, I hadn't even considered that. Printf building this many Zealots means he doesn't have a Nexus. If Banaan just adds the 2 cannons right now, it could clear this Nexus and perhaps we still have a draw. Perhaps we still have a draw, but he needs to add a cannon here ASAP. He wants to expand to a Nexus because he thinks his opponent has enough for a Nexus himself. I think the best thing Banaan can do right now, if Banaan builds a cannon and another cannon, that is 300 minerals. You don't have enough for a Nexus. If he had 20 more minerals, he could double cannon and then Nexus, and I think the Nexus would be secure. I think the Nexus would have been secure. Maybe the Zealots could have cancelled it. Right now, I don't quite see what the plan is. Because the longer Banan waits, the worse it's going to get. Okay, he's going to get his own Nexus up here. Rebuild his base. Is no longer being revealed. The problem is that soon Printef will also be capable of rebuilding his base. I still think that a cannon here would have just been the number one call. 100%. I mean, this is a situation that is probably... Actually, no, it's guaranteed to be completely unique. Printef builds a gas here? What? The hell? Cybercore and gas. Cybercore and gas. Cancels the Nexus here on the other side of the map. Cybercore and gas. What? Stalker. He gets one Stalker. He can kill all the pylons. I really wanted to win gasless. GG. And that's game 1. Game number 2 on El Dorado here as Oak against Printef. Oak is Banan. It's the same player, just one of his differently named accounts. As we see Oak here opening up with a double pylon as well as a pylon... Oh, wait. What? He was cannon rushing himself? What the hell was that? He just double pyloned his own base. I was like, man, he's attacking with a double pylon attack. And then I saw this, and this is the real attack. So it's a single pylon attack, also a low ground pylon coming in here. So it's taking a multi-angle approach. Oak also went for the in-base fort rather than the walling fort. Printef already with a gateway. That means that there's a lot of pressure on Oak here to actually start doing something. Okay, can this bad boy get some cannons down? Printef, what are you doing? He's running away with 2 probes to 4 probes. Oak still waiting to... Oh, wait, right. He has this cannon here right now. I was like, wait, what is he doing? Okay, he's going to be crawling upstairs, perhaps. Could we get a pylon up here? Hell yeah, we can. There's going to be a pylon up here. We have a cybernetics. We're already going down for Printef. So the faster attack into really anything at this point. Defensive cannon as well coming down. We have a... Does this cannon actually reach? This feels in range of this cannon, doesn't it? Can you right-click this? I would have tried that. But these guys, they know everything. So this cannon can kill this pylon. This pylon, I don't even know if it covers this cannon. I actually have no clue. I cannot quite see that. I always really struggle with high ground buildings covering low ground structures. But I think it doesn't... Wait, he can attack both? Oh, he can attack both. Meanwhile, Oak also going for the gateway plus cybernetics core. Stargate way faster here for Printef. Way faster. That definitely could be an issue. High ground vision, officially gone. Okay, high ground vision ain't here no more. Cybernetics core extremely delayed by about 40, maybe 45 seconds compared to his opponent. Worker count in favor of Printef. Everything right now is pointing in the direction of another Printef victory. However, I know Printef. Printef is not the type of guy that would send me 3 replays of him winning. That hey, he's a very nice guy. He would not do that, okay? He is a cannon rusher, but one thing I've noticed about cannon rushers is that despite what people believe, these guys have more ethical, are more ethically sound than majority of the people. They have, you know, a code to live by. Only cannons, only one base, cheese or die. You know, these are moral obligations to themselves that they always fulfill. Oak now getting a second cannon in the main base as well as a defensive Stargate. We see an Oracle already coming out here for Printef, who can't really expand because there's a pylon here, but also can't expand because he is sworn to be a one-baser until death do him part with his one base. Then he can build a second one. This adept shows up, he's going to get a couple of kills here. We're actually kind of turning this into a... I'm not sure if we could call this a macro game, but into a game where we have a Stargate and multiple gateways. Yes, we also have a significant amount of cannons still on the map. Same time, Adept is going to show up, get a couple of probe kills here. Defensive Adept will hold. Phoenix on the way defensively here for Oak. Now, both of these players very familiar with how to use the air units. Whenever I see Cannonrushers fail, they either go into Void Ray or they're going to go into Mass Phoenix or Mass Oracle, Phoenix Immortal into Carrier. It feels like that is their main skill. On this Oracle... Wait, this is Printef's Oracle. All right. Yeah, it's just here to defend, I guess. I was like, oh no, an Oracle. There's nothing here. But that's fine because it's his own. Follow-up is going to be Phoenix Twilight here for Oak. And it's going to be Phoenix, more Phoenix for Printf, I guess. Worker count is 22 to 23. Do we still have Oracles remaining? Yes, we have 1 Oracle remaining. Could be energy recharge right now. Phoenix count is actually in favor of the red Protoss player. So despite the later tech, the fact that Printf decided to go for a double Oracle, yeah, has not helped him in his in getting a higher Phoenix count. Robo now coming up as well. So he's going to go Phoenix into Robo. His opponent is still playing Phoenix Twilight. I wonder if this is Dark Shrine. It doesn't make sense because there's cannons, right? So usually Twilight into Dark Shrine is like an interesting call to make, but this time it's going to be Phoenix Charge 1 base. Okay, I kind of dig the vibes that I'm catching here. As a professional vibe catcher, this feels cool. Phoenix Charge 1 base against Phoenix. I guess it's going to be Immortal. This is a very logical choice, by the way, Robo. I love Immortals in 1 base scenarios. And in Phoenix, if you see Phoenix into Twilight, you're either thinking of Dark Shrine or you're thinking of Blink, because Blink Stalker is very good against Phoenix. There's very little people that see, oh, my opponent is building air units. Let me get charge lots who cannot attack up. Hell, they don't even have a range attack. Oh, he's going to go Templar Archives as well. So charge lot Archon. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. It's going to lose the Phoenix lead now, though. As it seems to me that Printf is still continuing to build Phoenixes. While Oak, meanwhile, is not building any more Phoenixes. And is going to invest the gas into Archons, I guess. We have aggressive batteries coming in. Now, Printf did warn me that Oak very often joins him, or Banan often joins him in his honorific code of not building an extra base, and as a result they'll often end up playing 1 base versus 1 base just to I don't know why, that's just what they do apparently. I think trying to understand the cannon rushing mind shouldn't be our goal, you know. Perhaps we should just enjoy the fact that this happens. Apparently on a fairly regular basis as well, they fight each other. They're similar MMR. I do believe Banan or Oak is a slightly higher rated, a couple hundred MMR. But yeah, they regularly clash swords with interesting outcomes. Okay, we're going to get a third gas on the low ground right now. As well as a proxy gateway for Banan, our red Protoss player. We have +1 as well on the way. So it's going to be Zealot, Archon, 4 gate, 1 base, +1, air weapons. No. Canceling the air weapons. Yeah, that was pushing it. It's like, I already have a lot of stuff going on. The air weapons, it's too much. Too much. Zealots against Phoenix, double thumbs up. Air weapons, no. No. None of that type of stuff. I actually do wonder who wins this, by the way. Because I think the longer the game goes on, you would think the Phoenix wins. But also the Templar Man wins. So the army becomes better for Templar Man, but the ability to harass becomes much better for Phoenix Man. We now have a fleet beacon. Printf doesn't know that this isn't Phoenix versus Phoenix. He is still setting up for a Phoenix versus Phoenix setup. He's long distance mining a gas as to not take a natural. He's now going to find these Phoenixes, by the way, or is going to see the Zealots. Has a defense, 2 defensive cannons. It's going to lose quite a bit of gas. Okay, kills this. Should cancel the fleet beacon, by the way. I think the moment you see this, you cancel the fleet beacon, right? Yeah, more Immortals. Hell yeah, baby. Maybe he wants to get a mothership. Theoretically possible. Oh, these Archons are putting in a lot of damage. I think more cannons. We fly across the map. What the hell is this? Oh, we have an Immortal drop. So now we want to go with our Phoenix, right? Because if these Phoenix come home, kill the Immortal, we're in trouble. We're absolutely in trouble. But if these Archons and Zealots walk up and we don't have any Phoenixes at home, we're also in trouble. This is what we call a lose-lose situation. There is going to be energy for a recall relatively soon. 3, 2, 1, recall. No? No recall? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's let everything die. Oh, he doesn't want to recall because he's baiting the Phoenixes to stay. Genius. Phoenix is going across the map right now. Do we have enough defenses? 2 cannons on the way. Oak realizes, or Banan. We'll call him Oak for now. Realize that something is wrong. This thing is here. Now should be recalled. It's gonna kill the... Yeah, he wants to kill this too badly. I really think there should have been a recall. Instead, we're going to get another Chrono here on this Immortal. So, if we kind of play this out, theoretically, right? What's going to happen here? Printf is going to continue long distance mining from the natural. It's going to take a third gas once more. With the Phoenixes, should be capable of harassing his opponent to death. Should be capable of doing that. However, if you warp in High Templar and you feedback these morons, then they're completely useless. And then there's a lot of supply in units that can't do anything. There's no air units to fight. They're bad. Oh, I don't think you should split off the Zealot, should you? Oh yeah, those are free pickings here. Oh no. Look at this. My man sharking around the map here with them Phoenixes. That is not what you want. It's going to be probably minus 6 Zealots over here. 2 already went down. These 3 will fall as well. Hoppa, there we go. Tempest now on the way for Printf. So we're going into 1 base Tempest. Double Immortals are out as well. Can we get a lift on the Zealot? Yeah, we can. We have 4 Archons total. 28 workers for Oak. Long distance mining over here. 5th Archon on the way. Ooh, this Archon survived with 9 HP. That's actually sick. These Immortals are probably going to die, aren't they? Taking a lot of damage at least. Phoenix in a bit of trouble as well. Maybe we could turn around, try to snipe that. I think you're going to get the Immortal anyway. Good split there out of Printf. It's going to lose 1 Immortal. It's going to lose both Immortals. I was going to say if he ain't careful, but even if he is careful, he's going to lose both most likely. Banana's going to move up. No. Oak. Whatever. Blink as a follow-up research. Still 28 workers to 22. So mining is going to be in favor of our red Protoss player. Lots of low HP Archons, by the way. Dude, if Phoenixes just could, like, multi-lift, that would be something, you know? Put, like, the power of 3 Graviton beams together. Or use, like, 100 energy to lift, like, a heavier unit. Hey, come here, fatty. In the air with you. Hey, that would be nice. Freaking Ultralisk. 3 of them. It's heavy, boss! Not happening. No teamwork with these guys. Well, that's what they say. Teamwork makes the dream work. With a bunch of friends, you can lift a fat Ultralisk if you want to. But not by yourself. Gonna need multiple Graviton beams. Okay. This is the harassment I was talking about earlier. Right now we have this double Tempest setup in the main base, of course. Absolutely phenomenal. Mothership as well coming. I think this is a good call. Although Mothership DPS is not that great. Time Warp, the cloaking, the ability to recall. I think these are all quite useful. The longer Oak stays on the map, the harder it's going to be for Oak. Oak is going to be struggling. Oak is going to be struggling. Absolutely. 6, 7 Phoenixes. Is that 7? Yeah, 7 Phoenixes. Beautiful stuff. 4 Tempest. No, 3rd Tempest on the way. We have a setup here. This doesn't feel so great, but we are going into Blink. I wonder if the damage output just isn't enough for Printf. Like, the only damage output there really is are these 4 things. Oh, can Blink forward, can Blink forward. It's gonna get both these Tempests. Oh no. What a terrible accident. Flying in with the Mothership could perhaps cloak. There we go. We do get a fat cloak. Blinks in forward to try and deal some more damage onto that Mothership. Loses 1 Stalker, kills a Tempest, deals some damage to a Mothership. That is a fair trade if you ask me. That is a fair trade. We have a lot of cash in the bank here for Printf, by the way. A lot of cash in the bank. Mothership is being microed back with these 6 fat beams at the same time. Actually having a blast. I think these Phoenixes should never come home. I think this army should never be downstairs and should always be trying to kill more workers. The Phoenixes, they gain so much value over time. It's hard for me to imagine them being more useful at home. You know, it's like, what are you going to lift a Stalker or 2 and then die to Argons? No. Freaking killing workers here, buddy. Buddy! That's because I kill the long distance miners. We don't want none of that stuff. 63 versus 55 supply, 14 minutes and 12 seconds in. I think Printf is making a huge blunder here, sharking around. You are not a shark, my friend. You are a seahorse. You should be at home, doing nothing. And I should know what seahorses do. Do they eat meat? I bet seahorses are vegetarians. They look like the type of guys that eat kelp all day. The absolute low test. You're a freaking horse, man. Eat something big. Okay. Go nibble on some of them clownfish, if you ask me. Seahorses aren't that big, are they? They're pretty tiny. I saw them in an aquarium once. They legitimately look like something made up, you know? It's like something that shows up in SpongeBob and then you Google it, it's like, that ain't real. Freaking seahorses. You know, they ride seahorses, I think, in SpongeBob as well. For a long time, I did not believe in seahorses. Like, well into my 20s, you know? Ooh, this is an interesting fight here. I'm gonna get a couple of lifts on these stalkers. Yeah, this looks like an issue. Oh no, Printf. Did you really send me 2 winning replays in a row? Against your cannon rushing friend? Let's see what the Cannon Rusher Guild thinks of this. They're all humble people, you know, in there. They would never brag about a win. Yeah, they're kind of ashamed about the fact that they win. Oh no. He's actually doing it, the beast. Yeah, I was thinking already. The Phoenix one is better long term. Phoenix is better long term. As long as you survive with the cannons. The 2 extra cannons were a game changer, by the way. I think otherwise at any point, Oak pops up that ramp, he's eating you alive. Still, this army looks wank as hell. Like, if you forget the micro for a couple of minutes here, and you actually fight, like, you have a bad looking army, my dear friend. Like, your army blows big time. Absolutely big time. Oh, here comes the invisibility. Good call. I think you never want to fight without invisibility, without, what do you call it? The other thing, the time warp available either. Like, these are such key spells. And yeah, I can't imagine fighting without it. And we also have like 4 Tempest, 5 Tempest at this point. I don't even know how many Tempest you need to one-shot an Archon. Probably like 18 or something like that. It's like a ridiculous number. Like 16 plus 1 Tempest, and you can one-shot an Archon. It's like one of these interactions that a guy on the Team Liquid forums is really proud about the fact that he knows it. No one cares. Like, piss off, Josh. No one asked. Okay, Archon goes down. Yeah, this is an absolute win here for Printf. Oi, 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 oi. Beautiful stuff. Nice set of games already so far. Very happy with that. Luckily, we're still going to have a third. Printf about the trio banan here in a best of 3. It's one of these things that many people did not know was possible. Well, we might just end up seeing it here. I thought we were playing Cannon Wars. Yeah, nasty Printf with that fast gateway there. That was really something. But I guess we were just memeing around. Look at that, he's upset. Yeah, understandably so. 2 Cannon Rushers meet and this is what they do. Just doing a standard Cannon Rush. I don't know what you are talking about. Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be something nefarious here. Something special. I have a good feeling about this. Okay, we're getting a Forge here as well as a 5 Probe Scout. It's one of these things that in any other game would shock me, but here, par for the course. Nexus first coming out of Oak. Interesting. This is one of these scenarios that doesn't get covered in the standard theory. The 5 Probe Scout versus the Nexus first. I would love to explain to you guys what theoretically is the better build, but I'm not entirely sure. I do, however, know that if this goes to a macro game, the guy that's not mining with 5 workers is probably going to lose to the guy who built another Nexus as his first main structure. We're going to get a gateway out of here as well as a minor probe pool. I don't quite get the point of the 4 probes. This is like having an endless supply of probes. You send them in one by one, or... Oh, this is like a crazy meta game, I guess. Because then you can easily clear a probe. Look at this. Here he goes. Well, actually, what's the point of this? Because the other guy can just pull more and he's way closer. This didn't feel entirely worth it. This positioning also didn't seem entirely worth it. Not a huge fan of how this went. If I'm the dude with the 5 probes, I just don't think I would be running any victory laps right now. I just don't think I would be. We're also lacking some cash as a result. Are still mining with 15 workers though. Are we going to steal a gas? What are we doing here, boys? I mean, we're not winning. I don't think so, at least. We're running away with some. I wonder if they use 5 individual control groups for this. Gets a cannon up. Gets a cannon up. Okay. That's good. Or that's interesting, at least. So, I wonder how important this Nexus is right now. We have double cannons. No, 1 cannon on the high ground as well. Zealot comes out. Can attack the cannon here, right? There's an angle on that, surely. Zealot comes out as well. We have high ground coverage on this pylon. We're going to get another pylon up top. Cannon is going to finish up, but this pylon will get taken out. We'll get a couple of shots off with this. We'll get a couple of shots. We have another lock-in over here. Look at that. He's thinking of the future, my dear friends. Okay. He's thinking of the future. Cannons are being taken out left, right, and center, but the future is in this little nook. Another probe upstairs. Are there more probes being sent across the map? The answer is no. However, there's still 2 remaining. Zealot gets locked into the cannon prison. Maybe it's for the best for the Zealot. Not the best for the gateway. I think this thing is going to die before the next one comes out. We're going to need an extra pylon here. Yeah, I was going to say, it's easy to look at this and go like, oh, this will be fine, but I'm not so sure if it will be fine. Zealot now comes out. It's going to tuck itself into this little corner. Double Zealots are smashing it big time. I think more probes are going to be necessary. The initial 5 simply were not enough. We're going to need a 6th probe to show up right now. It's going to be absolutely key. Can we get a full wall here, maybe? Can we get a full wall? No, I don't think so. That should be game, set, and match, I guess. Ooh, mistakes were made. Gateway. Cannon. Pylon. Outside. Double pylon wall. We have 1 cannon up here. We have double zealot that can start smashing these bad boys. So you smash through this lane. Do we get a cancel? No cancel. You smash through this. And then you attack this with doubles, right? That should be the plan. Do we have another probe? I'm still working off just a single probe here. We have 2 zealots out. I mean, this theoretically should be it once more, no? We're gonna get 1 zealot. There's going to be better production soon, by the way, for Printf than there is for Banan. In a twist literally no one saw coming. Okay, this zealot gets locked in prison. Oh no, it gets locked in prison and this guy pops out. Hi, I'm your roomie. Oh no, this is not how I imagined my first night. Good lord. That's it. Oh! Flops out of there. The guard's coming in time. Surround the bad boy. Guards are no match for this bad boy. Oh, look at this. Probe's gonna knock him out. What the hell? Comes in clean with the 5 HP. New probe has showed up. This game is more idiotic than the last 2 combined, which is wild. Because they already were more idiotic than my last 100 games combined. The Zealot is now out. We're gonna get a high ground pylon. I don't think Oak is actually realizing what's kicking off. Production's still superior here. It's double gate pumping Zealots. 33 probes against 18. But double Zealots against just a single one. High ground pylon. Boom. Finish up. Just powers a single gate though. Okay, this is gonna die. Can we full wall this? Yes, we can. Another gate comes up, increasing the production once more. Do we have enough energy for... No, we don't have enough energy for anything, really. This thing is going to get knocked out, most likely. We have another Zealot now popping out. There is a little bit of mining. I think Printf is about to mine out his base in about 5 minutes from now, actually. And this game feels like it's been lasting for like 10 minutes already with the amount of action we've seen. Okay, this gets taken out. New Zealot, though. Oi, 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 oi. This is not good. Maybe go for the pylons instead. Is that a play? Is that a play? I don't think that's a play. We're going to go for the pylons instead. It is the play. If a backup pylon comes up, though, that could be a pretty big deal. New Zealot is coming out as well. We still have 31 workers. That is a crazy amount. Full wall for the 17th time. Prison back in use. New cannon comes up. Do we pull this on the inside? I do think we pull this Zealot in the inside, don't we? It's going inside. Our man on the inside. Undercover. We can wall this with a pylon, by the way, if we want to. We can absolutely wall this with a pylon. It's lowering the surface area here on the cannon significantly. I love it. I wish there was a cannon. I wish there was a cannon. Oh boy, do I wish there was a cannon. This thing is going to finish up. Can we just give up the low ground area and throw down a core, by the way? Am I saying something crazy here? Is that a ridiculous thing to say? My man has 34 workers. Can't we just all be friends and we have double the worker count. We could rush with workers across the map, fight, and then still outmine our opponent. He's building a third... he has a third nexus. He's not building it. He has it. Hey, this is just game over then. But this cannon is going to come up. We have double gateways. We have a probe still alive. Which number is that? Wait, he's only lost 4 probes total. What? Has he been sending back damaged probes or something? Yeah, this guy went home. It's the guy that killed the Zealot. Got to retire. Love to see it. Good benefits, I guess, as a probe. Yeah, it's dangerous work, but good lord. Guess a guy, he is being sent out again. We need some experienced warriors out on the map again, is what they said. This cannon is going to finish up. We're going to have single Zealot production. 3 Nexi. One could wonder why we're not mining from this one. Like, I don't think I'd be this tied to the low ground Nexus here. Maybe take a forward base as well on the gold. I think this is gonna... Oh, hold position. Godly. Look at that. GG. Superior production here for Printf. Into the GG. What can we conclude after seeing these 3 games in this best of 3? Is that when Cannonrushers meet, they just play whatever the hell they like. I feel like they're not really playing to win. They just have a good time. And that's completely fine as well. Man, this Cannon Rush situation really was crazy. Alright, it's going to be it for me today. I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Printf for sending me this replays. Shout out to Banan/Oak for playing in them as well. And stay nimble.